Welcome to DR TSPR show. This is Dr. Tangella Shivaprasad Reddy alias Dr. TSPR. Namaste, Adab, hello and a warm welcome to Ravichandran Swaminathan ji. An important topic concerning India, its civilization and the culture, identity, whatever you say. This is going to be a good show and this is in larger public interest to save India. मेरा भारत महान हम कहते हैं, लेकिन क्या वो महानता को हम सुरक्षित रख पा रहे हैं? क्या हम नित्य देवर जाते हैं, प्रार्थना करते हैं, लेकिन जब हुंडी में डालते वो सब पैसे गायब हो जा रहा है हमारे सरकार। लेकिन आप जा रहे हैं क्या? तो इसका मतलब ये है हम भी उसी तरह चूक गए जो हमारी संस्कृति को आगे लेके जाने में। ఎందుకంటే ఇది మన సంస్కృతి, మన సాంప్రదాయం, గొప్ప ప్రాచీనమైనటువంటి ఈ ఇతివృత్తాన్ని హిందువులుగా మన దేశంలో పుట్టడం, అదేవిధంగా అయోధ్య రాముడే కాదు భద్రాది రాముడు, రామసేతు ఇవన్నీ కలిపితేనే రామాయణం చెప్పడంలో ఏం ఇబ్బంది లేదు. రామాయణం constitutes right from Ayodhya to Ram Setu where the war happens. But unfortunately the governments, they try to play, but let us not get into that. हम सरकार जो खिलवाड़ खिलाते हैं राजनीतिक दल सर्वा, हम उसमें नहीं आएंगे. हम हमारी प्राचीन संस्कृति को, इतिहास को ये इस షో में దౌరా रहे हैं हमारे రవిచంద్రన్ స్వామినాథ్ జీ. ఎందుకంటే మన ప్రాచీన సంస్కృతిని ఏ విధంగా విచ్ఛిన్నం చేస్తా ఉన్నారో దాన్ని కాపాడడానికి ఈరోజు రవిచంద్రన్ స్వామినాథ్ beautifully, yes, created this show today, and I will show the picture also before that, as usually forward, and I will show why all Shankaracharyas today also boycotting the Ramalayam or Ayodhya Ramalaya consecration ceremony. Why are they boycotting? क्यों नहीं जा रहे हैं ये लोग? क्या है? वो बोलते हैं कि मंदिर पूरी तरह से बना नहीं अभी तक. అంటే మందిరం ఇంకా మొత్తం కంప్లీట్ కాలేదు, మొత్తం కట్టడం కాలేదని వారు చెప్తా ఉన్నారు. ఒక రాజకీయ నాయకుడు వచ్చి దాన్ని ఇది చేస్తారు. ఎందుకు రాజకీయ నాయకుడు? వై పొలిటీషియన్స్ ట్రైయింగ్ టు ప్లే ఫౌల్ विद द रिलीजन? दिस इज व्हाट अपोजिशन टॉकिंग. राजनीतिक दल प्रतिपक्ष कहते हैं कि ये मुद्दा राजनीतिक क्यों बना रहे हैं आप? लेकिन हम सभी राजनीतिक दल को हम यही बताना चाहते हैं, भाई ये हमारी संस्कृति है. क्या हिंदू को जीने का हक नहीं है? क्या हिंदू मंदिर जाता है अगर तिलक लगा है तो वो जीने का हक नहीं है? क्या वो सेक्युलर नहीं बनता? इफ यू फोर्ट तिलक, आर वी नॉट सेक्युलर? when they can pray 4 times 5 times, we have no objections. when they pray eternally every Sunday and they go, we welcome it. that is the tolerance we have. ఎవరు ప్రార్థించినా మేము, కానీ మనం గుడిలోకి పోయి బొట్టు పెట్టుకుంటే ప్రార్థిస్తే ఈ విధంగా ఇంత ఘోరంగా ఒక రామాలయ అయోధ్యపై చర్చ జరగడం దుర్మార్గం. చింతిస్తూ ఈ షోను ముందుకు తీసుకుపోతుంది. సార్ ప్లీజ్ యువర్ ఫార్వర్డ్ ఫస్ట్ సో దట్ ఐ షో యూ దట్ బ్యూటిఫుల్.
Thank you, Dr. Reddy, and it is a pleasure and a privilege to be on your show once again. Now there is a debate going on in my mind. One side it says this temple is good, what they are doing is correct. On the other side, there are questions arise which I am not able to answer. So I will debate it loudly.
Wonderful.
Neither this side nor that side. I will debate it loudly.
Straight.
I will start out. Can you put that?
Yes.
I had written a verse on building of a mansion in a different context, but it is applicable now.
Yeah, I think those are wonderful.
Why are we building temples, mosques, and all that?
Yeah.
Why do human beings build temples, mosques, and churches? Why are temples, mosques, and churches built, seemingly to last forever and ever? Is it to bury the ruler's guilt for enjoying unbridled power? Are these superb edifices raised to the glory of man or God, to seek approbation and
be praised? Sir, your voice, Ravichandran ji.
the ruler of the power from the Lord? So it goes on. Are these soaring I'm not able to see that. Are these
Are the
soaring
soaring,
steeples and spires?
yeah,
Are these
walls and
soaring steeples and spires, walls and
altar
altars gilded with gold?
built for built
You
for
can
the
read it, sir.
Lord of,
The buyer,
yeah,
built for the Lord of the buyer, or
to celebrate the soul.
to celebrate the soul to Mammon sold. Mammon is money.
Yeah.
Lord of the buyer is the Lord of the cowshed.
Yeah.
So this is what is the thing. And as I was writing this, I was reminded of that film by Devanand, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna,
I
and
know.
that song in that. Hey दीवाने ऐसा काम न करो राम का नाम बदनाम न करो
Wonderful.
राम ने हंसकर सब सुख त्यागे और उसके लिए हम आज 5,000 करोड़ से मंदिर बना रहे हैं. Will it be acceptable to Ram?
Yes. Yes. What a lovely way. Wonderful.
For several thousands of years, Rama has been the inspiration, the model for a lot of people throughout the world. Different countries celebrate Ramayana. Now, on one side, this temple is a symbol of that Ram. On the other side, can Ram be restricted to this temple? Is it required? Is the government building this temple for Ram? Or is it building this Ram's temple, using this temple for Ram as a tourist destination, as a pilgrimage destination? So all these things are going in my mind. And regarding the Shankaracharya's objections to this, that the temple has not been completed, so Prana Pratishta cannot be done. Now, three Shankaracharyas, Shankaracharya of Dwaraka Shankaracharya of Sringeri, and Shankaracharya of Kancha Kamakoti Peedam, they have come out in favor and said that this is required. So they have requested all devotees to go to the temple. Two Shankaracharyas, namely Puri and Badri, they have said that this is not correct. Now, it puts a doubt because Puri Shankaracharya has come on record several times where he has abused this government and spoken in favor of Congress. So I don't think we should give much importance to what they are saying. That is number one. Number two is the Shankaracharyas at the Peetam are there to protect the religion, not exactly protect the religion, to propagate the religion and guide it in a proper manner. Now, building a temple, consecrating it is not the job of the Shankaracharyas, neither are they required to comment on it, except in a personal note asking Hindu people to go there or not go there. That's it. Beyond that, whatever they say, I don't think it is relevant, and we should not give much importance to what they say. Having said that, again, I will come back to my original thing. Ram required a temple in Ayodhya for one reason. That is to assert the Hindu culture, the Hindu way of life in India. It is to assert that because for the last 70 years, we have seen that Hindu religion or Hindu institutions or Hindu culture, way of life has been trampled upon by successive governments in the last 70 years. So now is the time for all of us to stand up and say, yes, this is the religion that we want. And this is the religion which is going to be the religion of the world in future. Because even today, you go through the newspapers, you will see that a lot of churches in Europe have either been abandoned, become derelict, or they have been converted into temples. for that matter, even in the Middle East, even in the heart of Islam, a huge Hare Krishna temple is coming up. So this only shows that resurgence of the Hindu identity or the Hindu way of life, and people all over the world are increasingly coming to realize that this is the way forward. Abrahamic religions do not have the solution for today's problem, whereas this way of life, our religion has got that solutions, and increasingly people are looking towards Hindu religion. In that sense, this temple at Ayodhya will become what I should say, uh, an attraction for all the people in the world. Tourism will increase, yes. Footfalls will come into India, yes. UP will gain monetarily by it, yes. The economy will boom, yes. Employment will go up, yes. And if this is going to be inaugurated by the Prime Minister, it is only for that purpose. Now, let us not fool ourselves by saying that this has got a religious connotation. As far as the government is concerned, this has got a religious connotation, or that they are going to change this country into a Hindu Rashtra. No, it is not going to happen overnight. And it is not going to happen in the near future also. It will take time. But the fact remains that so much of money has been spent in building up a tourist destination called Ayodhya. And now, in competition with this temple, there is another mosque also which is going to be built, for which the Imam from Saudi Arabia is going to come and do the ceremonies for the building of that mosque. So basically, my feeling is the government is looking at it from an economic point of view, from an employment point of view, and just as Christianity, the church, the Roman Catholic Church, used Jesus Christ as a mascot for building up Roman Church Incorporated, so also are we trying to build up Hindu religion with Rama as the mascot, brand ambassador for Hinduism. If that is the case, then I think we should have second thoughts about it, because this religion cannot be limited by such uh, uh, low ideas. This goes beyond all this. That only time will tell. Now I have expressed what I have felt in my mind. There are two aspects to it. One is the spiritual aspect, one is the material aspect. If material aspect is going to be the base for a spiritual accept, then it is not acceptable. The ideas of Ram, the ideas of the Ramayana, the concept of Ramayana, the moral values of that book, not only Ramayana, Mahabharata, also for that matter, all Hindu religious scriptures. The moral values importance should be given to that, and that should be propagated. If that is done, then I wouldn't mind this. Over to you, Dr. Reddy.
Yeah, that is the pertinent question. Even the other shows also have raised. Hindu temples, they don't preach Gita. They don't preach your epics, Ramayana. In Ramayana, the Rama temple itself, are they going to preach Ramayana? Will they make all Hindus aware what Ramayana is all about? Why Ram temple is there in every village along with Hanuman temple? Can they explain? It is not just mythology, Hinduism. The Hinduism has become as you rightly said, a leader in the administration too, by showing our epics, how Rama ruled, Maryada Purushottam Rama. So he was a ruler, and how he obeyed his parents in going to Vanavasam, dethroning, even leaving about his own right to become a ruler there. So don't you think these things should be taught very clearly everywhere? Because in mosques now they teach everything, and 5 times they pray. And I'm from doing show from old Santosh Nagar colony, new Santosh Nagar colony, Indira Sevasan police station is just behind that. They have converted all of a sudden into a mosque, and straight you go my own uncle's house, they have converted it into a mosque. But they are not allowing existing temple, Maisamma Mahalakshmi temple, to undergo renovation. See the pathetic situation. If this is the case, don't you think the future generation of Hindus should understand what Ramayanam is all about, what Mahabharatam is all about, what Bhagavad Gita is all about, what Hinduism is all about? Because we are so tolerant, but at the same time, intolerance, we are ignoring and forgetting our own identity also there in the name of secularism and democracy. How do you look at this scenario? Nothing against any religion or anyone. We always stick to constitution, but constitution preaches equality. If that is not happening, how do you look at this scenario? In my house nearby, in 10 years of Modi rule, majority of Hindus, they have sold their house and they have moved away. From there, minorities are getting so much of money to buy 10 rupees cost at 90 rupees. I am bewildered. I don't get loan. From where are they getting? Yes, sir.
That's what. This is a competition between now. It shouldn't be reduced to a competition between religions. For people who have read through the scriptures, I will remind you of two instances. The Tower of Babel in the Bible. It was built by human beings. It was built to reach the heavens. And beyond a certain point, God intervened and the entire thing came crashing down. This is called the Tower of Babel. It is given in the Old Testament. The second instance is when King Solomon built the temple at Jerusalem. It lasted for 500 years. That is why I said, now we are spending 5,000 crores on this temple. How long do you think that this temple should last or can last? They have said thousands of years. Thousands of years, naturally, yes, it may last. But what happens if somebody takes it in his mind to break it down? Then what happens to all this money that we are spending on this? Wouldn't it be wiser to spend this money to propagate the religion than to invest it in a real estate structure?
Yeah.
Is this required? Can this religion, can Hindu way of life be restricted to four walls? It goes beyond that. The idea, the concept of Hinduism, the concept of Hindutva, that is much more than your four walls. Can it be restrained between those four walls? And this is an organically growing religion. It is not propagated in the sense like how Christianity is being propagated or Islam is being propagated. It is not like that. It is organically growing.
Nature.
And as it grows, it assimilates, it adopts. That is the beauty of this religion. I can be a Hindu in South America also by worshipping the gods there. All that it requires is the ability to think that, yes, God is one. The road to God is several. It is not only through one religion or the other religion to the exclusion of other religion. That is the difference between Hinduism and the other religions.
Wonderful.
This is an inclusive religion. Those are exclusive religions.
That is wonderful. What you said is really wonderful. And as you really said, 5,000 crores is a big money. No unemployment and the cost. महंगाई कितना बढ़ गया अमित शाह जी और मोदी जी. महंगाई पे बात नहीं करते आप. 2020 में क्या था महंगाई, आज क्या है? दाल चावल तेल ना, वहां किसान को लाभ है, हम खरीदने जाते हमको ज्यादा देने पड़ता. और बेरोजगारी. How do you look at this scenario? 5,000 crores and you are trying to restrict, and that too for one temple. And in your 10 years rule, that is what I'm asking Mr. Modi and Amit. You audit how many new mosques and churches have come out across India. In my own New Santosh Nagar, majority of Hindus are displaced. How do you look at this scenario, sir?
See, that is the issue. This is what Mahaswami of Kanchipere Mutt also said. There are so many thousands of temples which don't have the money even to light the lamp. So what is the point in building more and more temples, abandoning all the other old temples? In Tamil Nadu itself, there are so many temples which don't have money to pay the pujari, the priest over there in the temple. They don't have money to even light a single lamp in the temple. if some fund, if this money like this can be gathered and used to light, to renovate, to rejuvenate those temples, then I think much more can be resolved, and probably that will be the best dedication to Lord Ram, rather one single temple at Ayodhya. And that is one thing. Then the second thing is, let me assume for a moment that this is a people's movement. The Ram Trust is completely by the people. The government has got no say in that. Fine, I agree. I take it at its word. If that is the case, then it is enough if the Mahant of Rama temple alone is there to do the Prana Pratishtha. Why should the PM and the CM come into the picture at all? After all, they are heads of a secular government, so-called secular government. They can come there in their personal capacity, but not as a prime minister, not as a chief minister. They can come as a personal capacity as a Hindu if they are able to come there and do that. I'm not questioning their competency to do it. Please be very clear. I'm not questioning their competency to do it.
They are
But
Hindus,
let
they have
that
every right.
competency be, yes, let that
They have every right.
competency be displayed as individuals,
Yes.
not as the head of a government or head of a party. For that matter, why should I invite RSS chief to be part of that 5 people who are going to be there in the Garbhagriha? What sanctity does it lend to Lord Ram over there? Because after all, Mohan, RSS chief is also on record saying that beef eating is okay.
Yeah, that's what he said. Beef eating is okay. That's what he's trying to. They are trying to cater to the galleries. Vote bank politics. Yeah.
So then, if that is the case, then we should be objecting to use of Lord Ram's name as a mascot for some political party or some political ideology.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
what.
not acceptable to a Hindu.
It is not acceptable to Hindu. Shilanyas, they have opened the gates during Rajiv Gandhi's time. Shilanya, I mean, the Babri Masjid was broken to PV Narasimha Rao time, both Congress governments. Now, and believe me, this Ram Yatra, Ram Rath Yatra was done by Advaniji and carried forward by Murli Manoharji and all those things, Vajpayee and all. But unfortunately, those people, octogenarians are not invited in the name of old age. See how we are discriminating here. Ram respected his old father and went to Varnasam. Here, Ram Trust Pratishtha, whatever that organization, they say because of their old age, because of the huge crowd, we are not able to invite them and take care of them. How do you look at this scenario? This ambiguity.
Who are these people to invite anybody?
Yeah, that's it.
Who are these people to invite anybody? Do you require an invitation? Each time you go to Tirupati, do you get an invitation from Tirupati Devasthanam to come and visit Tirupati? Who are these people to give invitations to selected people? If they want to give an invitation, let them give an invitation to 140 crores people of India.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
So, a printed invitation for a consecration of a temple, that smacks of populism. That is not acceptable.
That smacks of populism, not acceptable. That is the word coming out of Ravichandran Swaminathanji, and they have invited Congress, and when Congress says no, now they are politicizing through social media. And one thing,
unfortunately, Dr. Reddy, the problem is the Congress or the other parties, they are not approaching it in the proper manner that it should be done.
As we are doing it
questioning all these things.
As we are doing it now. As we have, Congress even doesn't speak for Rajiv Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, another yatra. Election Commission of India amendments and the data privacy bills, they don't discuss. And now Ram Temple also, they don't discuss in a proper way. So his own father opened the gates. Yes, sir, please.
Yes. So these are the reasons. This is the debate that is going in my mind. I am still not able to, okay, fine, a temple is being built. We are asserting Hindu religion. That is acceptable. This Hindu way of life is going to be the future for the world. Yes, I accept it. That is acceptable. But The way that it is being done, that is not acceptable.
Not accept 5,000 crores.
That is not
to
acceptable.
temple. And that is why we are demanding Amit Shah and Modi and including RSS. In last 10 years, one temple you are trying to build. How many masjids, how many mosques or churches across India have come up, new churches? In the same lines, did you construct temples? Because I'm talking about equality. Constitution preaches equality, nothing against Islam or Christianity. We are not trying to. But when they could go ahead in a simplest way, expanding their religion, conversions going on, being in power, what is that you have done? And how, why only Hindu temples are under government custody, that endowment old.
Exactly.
Yeah, sir, please.
Exactly.
Why RSS
What
is
you said,
quiet? Why RSS is keeping mum?
Mom, if the idea was to encourage Hinduism, Hindu way of life, then the easiest and simplest solution is release all the temples from government clutches. Today, these temples are giving an income of almost around 50,000 crores to the government, different governments. What happened in Sabarimala?
That's what.
Now, today, the Travancore Devasanam board is not able to control the crowds there. It is incompetent. And Sabarimala, they are dependent upon Sabarimala offerings. Money from Sabarimala, the Kerala government is dependent upon this temple to pay wages for their employees.
Yeah.
And when that is the case, now if you are really interested in the religion and the culture and all that, remove government control from all these temples. Hand it over to private trust, like what you have done in Ram Trust. Create trust for every temple and hand it over.
And that should be
That is a better way of moving forward.
That should be apolitical. Again.
Yes. That should be apolitical. Correct.
Because Shabarimala, so much of fund, no facilities for the devotees.
Pilgrims.
Pilgrims, there is no facility. And Tirumala got 10,000 you have to pay now for darshanam. What is this nonsense? To pray to God, I have to pay 10,000 in Tirumala. To go to Shabarimala, I had to suffer after paying so many. These governments, they are not bothered. Central government, because of no policy from union government. Union government is just appeasement politics, like Congress, what it has done in minorities. Now they are appeasing majority. Now you see the cost, the real estate which has gone in and around Ayodhya, and the large, if you have to go to Ram Mandir Ayodhya, if you have to stay in a hotel, high cost. And if you have to travel by flight, huge cost. What is this nonsense going on, Ravichandran ji? How is that they are not allowing, bringing down? On the other side, they go for Umrah. Hajj pilgrims, Hajj bhavans are there, Hajj terminals. Mr. Modi and Amit Shah and RSS, they could not create any Hindu bhavan or Hindu pilgrimage. Till today, they are not offering any affordable as they are giving to Hajj and all. How do you look at this scenario? Our own people.
See, in Ayodhya, the UP government has given land, issued tenders to 100 five-star hotels.
That's what? Nonsense.
Now, 100 five-star hotels, do you think that you and I can go and stay there?
Yeah.
Paying 5,000 rupees, 7,000 rupees a night.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do in the five-star hotel? Five-star hotel requirements are, you must have a swimming pool. Should I go to Ayodhya for a swimming pool? Or should I go for a Ram temple? Now, can't they build chowdhuries like what they have done in Karnataka? That place, the Dharma.
Tirumala?
No, Tirumala or Tirumala for that matter, where either the lodging is, or for that matter, Shirdi.
Yeah, Shirdi.
Or for that matter, any of the temples in Karnataka, where people can go and stay for a night for just 100 rupees, 200 rupees.
Yeah.
Food is free. They can do Annadhanam here.
Yeah.
Provide free food throughout the year for all the pilgrims who are coming here. That is happening. If it can happen in a place called Karnataka, why can't it happen in a place in Ayodhya?
Yeah.
Will the Ram Trust look into it?
Yeah.
This name of the place in Karnataka, I forgot. It is Dharma, where they give food throughout the
Dharmasthal.
year. Dharmasala.
Yeah.
Now that Dharmasala is being run by a private trust.
Yeah.
So can't they replicate a Dharmasala in Ayodhya? That will be the best way to praise Ram.
तो हम इस शो से मोदी जी, अमित शाह जी, उत्तर प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री जी, आरएसएस कोई भी हो, सरकार, अगर आप रियल एस्टेट राम के नाम पे करना चाहते हैं, हिंदू के नाते हम आपको विरोध करते हैं। क्यों अयोध्या के पीछे 5 स्टार होटल क्यों आ रहे हैं? वहां चौल्ट्रीज, हम जैसे वक्त आके रहने के लिए 100 रुपए में, 200 रुपए में और मुफ्त में खाना फ्री, अन्नदानम, ऐसा चीज क्यों नहीं है? ये हिंदू सांप्रदाय है। ये क्या 5 स्टार होटल्स किसके लिए बना रहे हैं आप? ये पूरे फ्लाइट्स वगैरह इतना कॉस्टली, शबरीमला को इतना कॉस्टली, कहाँ है गया उड़ान अमित शाह एंड मोदी? आरएसएस इसकी बात नहीं करते। जब हज को मिलता है, हमको क्यों नहीं मिलता? और राम मंदिर अयोध्या के आसपास आप इस तरह के 5 स्टार होटल्स रखने का मतलब क्या है? चौल्ट्रीज क्यों नहीं है? हम ट्रस्ट को भी सवाल कर रहे हैं। आप इस तरह राम मंदिर को, जो पिलग्रिमेज होना चाहिए, जो हमारे आध्यात्मिक चिंतना के साथ वहां आना चाहिए, लेकिन उसको एक पर्यटक, अगर पर्यटक नगर के जैसा बना रहे हैं, ये ट्रस्ट क्यों चुप बैठ रहा है? इफ दे आर कन्वर्टिंग दैट into a tourist spot instead of a pilgrimage spot, why are this trust is keeping quiet? రామాలయం అంటే భక్తి ఆలోచనతో మనం అక్కడికి పోతాం. తిరుమలలో కానీ మిగతా చోట్ల ధర్మస్థలంలో ఉన్నట్టు ఆ ట్రస్ట్ ద్వారా నడిపేటువంటి చౌల్ట్రీలు కానీ మనకు ఉండే వసతి బదులు ఈ 5 స్టార్ హోటల్ పరిస్థితి ఏంది? మనం ఆధ్యాత్మిక చింతనకు పోతున్నామా, లేక పర్యాటకంగా పోతున్నామా? ఇది రాముడి పేరు మీద చేయడం దుర్మార్గం. దీన్ని మేము ఖండిస్తా ఉన్నాం. రాముడు అందరికి ఆరాధ్య దైవం. ఒక తండ్రికి కొడుకు ఏ విధంగా ఉండాలో ఉన్నాడు, పాలన ఏ విధంగా కొనసాగించాలో సాధించాడు. కాబట్టి ప్రతి గ్రామంలో రామ మందిరం ఉన్నది. ఒక రామ మందిరం ఈ విధంగా చేయడం ఎంతవరకు కరెక్ట్? और एक लास्ट वन बिफोर आई से बाय, how is that they have restricted Ram to Ayodhya when the history is clear is in Bhadrachalam? What has happened? It is part of history. It denotes. And as soon as Modi came, he handed over 5 mandals to Andhra Pradesh. Now Ram Mandir Bhadrachalam is always threatened by floods. And same Ram Mandir, which is part of the history. Now you have seen Ram Setu, which Dr. Subramanian Swamy has been fighting in Tamil Nadu. How temples have gone into this thing in Tamil Nadu. How do you look at this scenario? They are not making South Indian history of Ramayanam into, they are not bringing into public domain. Now they are not making it part of Ayodhya to Bhadrachalam to Ram Setu. How do you look at this scenario?
You want to see, this is the problem with the new day evangelists, like people. Hinduism, like I said earlier, Hinduism is an organic growing way of life. It cannot be restricted. The best way to make people think of Lord Ram is by encouraging them to look at Ramayanam, debate it, discuss the moral values implemented in it, discuss the way that Rama conducted himself, Sita conducted herself, Lakshmana, how did he conduct himself? Each character in the Ramayanam has got a lesson for every person. And if you want to really propagate Rama's power, Rama's glory, then it is high time that the government thinks about it, then spending 5,000 crores on one single temple. Rama extends from not only from Ayodhya to Ramasetu, Rama also extends beyond Ramasetu to islands like Bali, Indonesia, Cambodia, Thailand, Korea. There is a Rama version even in Americas. Ramayana version is there even in the Americas. So it is not restricted to India. It is not restricted to one small place called Ayodhya.
Right.
Rama is prevalent throughout.
Right.
Encourage that. Encourage that. Now, if suppose Ayodhya becomes the centerpiece for all that, then it is fine. But if it is going to cater only to the elite, to an Ambani or an Adani who can fly in and fly out, in between their business deals, then it will not serve its purpose.
Wonderful. It will not serve its purpose. Mr. Modi and Amit Shah ji, RSS, don't make it into a business proposition or real estates. This thing, Ramayanam is there everywhere in the world. Instead of distributing those Akshintalu, fine, you should have distributed small Ramayanam, condensed Ramayanam. That is what would have made everyone. in small CDs or in small booklets. If you had distributed Ramayanam entire India in the name of Ayodhya, involving Bhadrachali Ramayanam, Ramasetu, and the Ram worshipping across the globe, that would have been the best way to remember, idealize we say Rama. And that's what we say, Jai Shri Ram. It should not be just restricted to words. When you say Jai Shri Ram, remember Ram as an obedient son. Remember Ram as a great ruler. Remember Ram for his Maryada. That is what we say. He allows people to be happy in a democratic way. We don't use terms like secular and all, because Rama always stood for tolerance and he respected everyone as a ruler. That is why we say this constitution was being practiced even in our ancient civilizations. That is the beauty of Hinduism and Hindutva. By restricting Hindutva or Hinduism to one place called Ayodhya, forgetting the history, that is what you are going to do a great injustice. And if you are politicizing it for the sake of votes, that is intolerable. And spending 5,000 crores, not building chowdhuries and free accommodation in and around, making ordinary Hindu to visit without any problem, unlike what is happening in Tirumala, 10,000 for one darshan, and sufferings of Shabarimala. If you can restrict and give concessions, travel right from Ayodhya, Bhadradi Rama, Tirumala, and to Shabari, if you can connect, that will be doing a great justice to majority Hindus who have belief in Hinduism and Rama. Not only just Hindus, all other communities do adore and respect Lord Rama for the simple reason that he was a great, tolerant ruler. And that is why we say, Jai Shri Ram. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Jai Shri Ram.
Support DRTS.